talking, but were y'all able to resonate with it?
Yeah.
Issues that are going on. I wanted to, before everyone get out of here, we're gonna do a quick Q&A. If anyone has any questions or any thoughts, anything, here's your time to ask the cast and crew. Many of the cast here also understands the housing issue and crisis personally. This play definitely spoke to me. You know, it's interesting to talk about. I grew up in the community center. This is the conversation that we have all the time. I actually worked in the community center, and working with children led me actually into doing this as a desperation to save the lives of people in my community, and as a person who was doing this great job of living check to check.
Was your character related to Fan Mill or Dean Graziosi?
I'm not sure. I kind of, I took some inspiration from, you know, some of the predatory real estate practices I've seen personally in Detroit, and some like, you know, I tried to, you know, make a distinction between the Murphy the First and Murphy the Third, so that you can kind of see like it's the same, you know, it's the same kind of people that it always has been the same issues. They've just taken different forms.
How did you all know about the Hope Six?
I'll say, it's happening.
Because it's already happened in Nashville.
It's more like,
Well, so Hope 6 is something that happened in the early 90s under Bill Clinton, but it's happening today. Every year we lose so much public housing stock. It's being privatized and owned by corporations who let it fall to pieces. Our housing is increasingly dwindling away, our affordable housing. And Hope 6 is just one of the latest, it was the phase in the 90s, but every generation has had, you know, this drop in public housing, whatever they call it, Hope 6, rad conversion, whatever it is. History is cyclical, so glad you can resonate with that today.
Can I also speak on that as well? It's interesting that my father was at McFerrin Community Center when Hope 6 was happening here. If you're not from here, McFerrin Community Center is by Sam Levy Housing Projects in East Nashville. Lishy, y'all know that area. And my dad's the one that put me onto the story, and make sure I get this right, but part of the Hope 6 program is someone's talking about they give you jobs. What we never talk about is that, like, crime and concentrated poverty go hand in hand. It's not the people who live there, it's absolutely conditions, right? And we know the angst that they can breed is someone when they can't provide and do all those things, right? And so with that said, y'all know what happens and what things look like in the projects, right? And what happened is you had a whole bunch of women who they were allowed to do cosmetology. But what happened is if they graduated the course, they then would set their income level at the highest that they could possibly make as a cosmetologist, and now they can't live in the home, but they don't make enough money to go anywhere else. So what they did is they got smart, and they got all the way up to what, a couple weeks out, and then they didn't get the certification, right? And so, like, to the point of the Hope 6, it puts it damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So I'm interested in the fact that I'm excited about that this was live participation. Like, this was really enacted. It was great. I'm also interested in what you just said on us about it being a win-lose, a lose-lose type of situation. And so the development of the play and the participation of the audience as to what we chose and what we did, because it seems like even if we chose one thing over another, there wasn't going to be an outcome that was going to be beneficial for the residents. And so can you speak to that?
We don't like to say good, bad, and neutral or whatever, but there's 3 different endings to this show. And y'all technically, I'm loud. I mean, I'll talk into it.
Chris has the mic.
And I have a mic. It's fine, this works. But yeah, there's 3 different endings, and technically you guys got the good ending. Which I don't know if it seemed that way to you, but you got more positive, you made the right choices throughout this show. There's some things that really change it, and the bad ending is really bad, and really long, and really sad, and you know, Dot ends up in a high rise, but she's not living her best life, and she's very sad, and grandma's not where she needs to be. It's lots of, yeah, it's a nursing home, it's It's like the ending is, the neutral ending's a little more loosey-goosey, but you guys actually got the good ending, which is shorter and sweeter. So congratulations to y'all. Thank you. Thank you. You chose right. You did it.
And if you want to see the bad ending, you can go to. Oh yeah.
You can play the game as many times as you'd like and experiment with the endings. But just to answer your question, the thing about these choices is the message that the creators wanted to put out there is that our choice set was not determined by anything we did or didn't do, you know, as a society. The choice set is in front of us. It was set far before any of us were alive.
That's the point.
And that's sort of the point of the game, is that when you play the game, actually, you are living in a choice set that you did not create. A developer created that for you. The writers created that for you. And when you are sitting here in the audience and participating, you are dealing with the choice set that you did not create. And so there's no right or wrong choice really in life, because we are dealt the hand we are and we deal it, right? We play it.
That's the part.
That's right. And so what we wanted to do was convey, like, these are hard choices and everybody's going to choose what they feel is right for them. But
At the time.
yeah, but the point is, collectively they have consequences for us, for our families, for the generations that come after us, and for our communities.
When I was at Black Family Center across the street, there was a 3, 4, 5 bedroom apartment there that would house 6, 7 people. And the people that were living there probably didn't pay any more than $75, $80 a month. Well, they brought in smooth talking people to tell those people, or tell the residents rather, that they were going to be, number one, the first choice coming back, that there would be room and the same types of homes that they had when they moved out. Obviously, they put in so many restrictions that less than 30% of the people moved back. That one particular family that I was talking about could never find again in Nashville a 5-bedroom home that they could afford. So their family ended up splitting, living with several different families. So there have been some drastic consequences to what we call Hope 6. My house that Odessa grew up in, I have stopped the people calling us to sell because I have set a $1 million price tag.
Period.
So we're
We just went through a negotiation with the same developers, a developing company called Korea, and everything that Mr. Kelly just said is the same thing that they did to the same residents in River Chase. They got a smooth talking developer come in, say that you're gonna be able to move back in. They done priced these folks out. So what they done is these apartment complexes are gonna be for people in Oracle. I don't know what everybody in here makes, but I know the people that we was fighting for, they couldn't afford $2,300 to $2,700 a month in rent. So that's what these luxury apartments that used to be in River Chase or Lane Garden, for the people that used to be here, that's been here long enough, that's what those average rents are gonna be. So this is going on in the city of Nashville as we speak right now, and that is what we are fighting for at Stand Up Nashville, to try to get affordable housing, try to get livable wages and things of that nature. And everybody in here, when we put on these fights, we need you all to show up and show out when we call for you all.
First off, you guys did absolutely incredible. And I wanted to it was kind of ironic with what your father was saying, how in the name it says hope, but it's completely the opposite.
Come on.
And basically I wanted to ask, like, with us, because I'm pretty young, I don't have my own place yet, you know, but this is the kind of thing that I want to get into, because being young and seeing people who are just like me, who don't have anything, and I'm fortunate enough to have family, but a lot of people, they don't have family to take care of them. They don't have people to help, and you know, they're out on the street or they're having problems just bills to bills, you know, check to check every month, right? And so, like, for people like me, what can we do? So Valerie, I didn't pay some Valerie, but you just gave the best tee up for me to close this out, sis. So, TK would give you a raise, okay? You need to be doing community outreach for TCAT, because